What is something your child said that you'll never forget? My husband took his own life when I was 34. Overnight, I became a single dad to our 5-year-old daughter. I found him in the garage on a Tuesday. Ella was at kindergarten, thankfully. The first week was a blur of police, arrangements, and family flying in. My mother cared for Ella while I moved through life like a ghost. How do you tell a 5-year-old her daddy chose to leave? The grief counselor suggested honesty. So one evening, I sat Ella down with her stuffed penguin. I explained that daddy's brain got very sick, different from tummy aches. This sickness made his thoughts hurt him, and sometimes brain sicknesses hide where doctors can't see. Like when Grandpa died from cancer? She asked. Similar, I said, voice cracking. But different, she nodded. Did daddy not take his medicine? The question gutted me. My husband had stopped his antidepressants 3 months prior, convinced he was cured. Sometimes medicine can't fix everything. For weeks, Ella would find me crying. I tried hiding it, but grief ambushes you, while making pancakes or finding his handwriting on an old grocery list. The hardest part was watching for signs in Ella. Some days she seemed fine, playing with friends or chattering about school. Other days, she'd barely speak, carrying that penguin everywhere. One morning, about 2 months after, I couldn't get out of bed. The weight of everything, paperwork, financial mess, pitying looks, crushed me. Ella came in around 8:30, dressed in mismatched clothes. She climbed onto the bed and placed her hand on my cheek. Daddy, can I check your brain, please? She asked, face serious. Confused, I nodded. She placed both hands on my head, fingers pressing against my temples. She leaned close, looking into my eyes. What are you doing, sweetie? I'm checking if your brain is getting sick like daddy's did, she said. I'm looking for the darkness. My heart shattered. She was checking for signs of the sickness that took her father, afraid it might take me too. If she could spot it early, maybe she could save me. I pulled her against my chest, but she wiggled free. I'm not done checking, she insisted. My brain isn't sick like daddy's, I promise. She looked skeptical. But you're crying a lot. You didn't make breakfast. Those are sick brain signs. I sat up. Sometimes people cry because they miss someone, not because their brain is sick. I miss daddy. She considered this. I miss him too. But we have to be careful about the darkness. Every night for months, she'd come into my room to check my brain. She developed a routine, examining my eyes, asking me to smile, placing her ear against my forehead. If I seemed sad, she'd bring her light-up unicorn toy beside my bed. This will keep the darkness away, she'd explain. Darkness doesn't like colors. At Christmas, my mother gave Ella a book about emotions. That night, she pointed to the sad face. It's okay to be this one, Daddy, she said. But this one is scary. She pointed to the angry face. Why is that scary? I asked. Because that's how Daddy looked sometimes. All red and loud, then very quiet. I hadn't realized she'd noticed those mood swings before his death. By her 6th birthday, our normal had somewhat stabilized. The brain checks became less frequent, though she still performed them if I seemed tired or sad. One night, as I tucked her in, she held my face between her hands. Promise you'll tell me if your brain starts feeling sick, she whispered. I'll find more lights, big ones. I promise, I said. But you know what helps my brain? Your hugs. Better than medicine. She considered this, then hugged me tightly. I'll give you extra, just in case. That night, I realized my daughter had created meaning from tragedy. She had appointed herself my protector, my light bringer. It gave her purpose when children often feel helpless. I scheduled sessions with our counselor. We needed balance. I had to honor her desire to help while ensuring she knew she wasn't responsible for my well-being. I'll never forget those words and that ritual. In my darkest time, my 5-year-old fought back shadows with nothing but a light-up unicorn and the fierce, protective love that somehow flourished amid our grief.